Hey Bell City, Coach Nikki here. Let's talk about our workout for Thursday, June 11th, starting with that question of the day. What is your favorite summer activity? Let's talk about our warm-up, guys. Warm-up for today is going to be 3 sets. We have 4 different movements. We'll work for 20 seconds. We'll take a 10-second rest, 20 seconds on that next movement, 10-second rest, 20 seconds, 10 seconds. We'll go 3 sets, 4 different movements for a total of 6 minutes for this warm-up. We're going to do some single object deadlifts. We'll do some reverse plank holds, alternating shoulder taps, and some hollow holds. Let's take a look at these movements. So starting off with those single object deadlifts, if you have a dumbbell or a kettlebell, whatever will work, you're going to hold onto that object. You're going to hinge, bend those knees, come on down to about mid-shin, keeping your back nice and flat, and then coming back up, squeezing those glutes. Hinging, bending, coming down, and right back up for 20 seconds. You'll then have 10 seconds of rest, and we'll go into a reverse plank hold, so slightly different. Move your object out of the way. You're going to come down to the floor, and you're going to pop those hips up with your palms on the floor. You're going to hold here for 20 seconds, working those shoulders, working your core, working your glutes, your quads. Everything is working here for 20 seconds. You'll then rest for 10, and you'll make your way onto the flip side, onto your palms. We have shoulder taps. So on your palms, we're going to alternate tapping those shoulders. Nice and slow and controlled here. 10 seconds of rest, and you'll then flip over again for that plank hold. Legs will be extended, arms will be extended, hanging out here for 20 seconds. You can also come in if the plank hold, if the hollow hold is too challenging. 20 seconds there, 10 seconds of rest. We'll repeat for a total of 3 times, 6 minutes total. That's your warm-up. Let's get into our strength portion for today. Strength for today will be a 10-minute EMOM. We have 2 different movements. We'll work for 50 seconds. We'll then have a 10-second rest. Working for 50 seconds on that next movement, 10 seconds of rest. We'll repeat for a total of 5 times, total of 10 minutes. That first movement is going to be a slow split stance, crossbody, RDL. 25 seconds on one side, switching 25 seconds on that other side, 10 seconds of rest. Then we'll go into a slow, tall plank object slide. So let's go ahead and look at these movements. So for that first one, slow split stance, crossbody, RDL. So you are going to stand in a split stance, making sure you're nice and wide. You don't want your feet to be too narrow because then you lose your balance. So make sure you're kickstanding that leg out into a comfortable position. You're going to have your dumbbell or your kettlebell in your hand. You're going to hinge, bend those knees, come on down, cross body, tap either that floor or about mid-shin, and you're going to drive it right back up, squeezing those glutes. So hinging, bending, coming on down, coming right back up. You'll be here for 25 seconds. You then switch to that other side for 25 seconds. 10 seconds of rest, and then you'll make your way down to the floor. Come down into a tall plank position, keeping your glutes and your core nice and tight, trying not to bring those hips up too high, keeping a nice flat back. If your object is on your left, you will pull from the right and alternating. Again, these are nice and slow and controlled, keeping that belly nice and tight, trying to keep those hips down. That's your EMOM. That's your strength. Let's talk about our conditioning, guys. Conditioning for today is 19 minutes. We have 8 sets at each Tabata station. So again, we did a Tabata in our warm-up. We'll now do another one for our conditioning. 20 seconds of work followed by 10 seconds of rest. You will be at each station or each movement for 4 minutes. Once you're done with that one station, you'll have a 1 minute of rest, and you'll move on to the next station or the next movement. Movements are 1, alternating snatch, alternating dumbbell or kettlebell snatch, single object front squats, single object floor press, and then alternating jumping lunges. So you will be here for a total of 4 minutes at each station, 8 times around, and you will have 4 different scores, 1 score for each of the 4 movements. Let's see what these look like. Alternating snatch. So legs are going to be in a wide stance. You're going to have your object in the middle, coming down to a squat, trying not to round that back. Bring those shoulder blades back into your squat, driving that object up overhead. A snatch is the fastest and most efficient way to get an object from the ground overhead. We'll be alternating here for 20 seconds. 10 seconds of rest. We'll do that 8 times. Our next movement, you're going to use your single object in that front rack position. Legs are nice and wide, squatting for 20 seconds. Again, 10 seconds of rest. Next one, make your way down to the floor with your object, glutes on the floor, heels in nice and close. You're going to have that object up overhead. You'll have it down to your chest and then pressing it up. Single object. Floor press for 20 seconds, 10 seconds of rest. Fourth and final movement, you will put your object off to the side, make sure it's out of the way, jumping, alternating lunges for 20 seconds. 10 seconds of rest, 8 times, 4 minutes, total of 19 minutes for your conditioning. Have an awesome workout. We will see you in the Zoom room.